What's up, noobs? Personally, Assassin's Creed games have been a hit or miss for me throughout the years, but I'm always willing to give it a chance because when I love it, it's just so much fun to play. So while we wait for AC Shadows and pray to the gaming gods that they didn't screw this one up, let's look into the story of AC Mirage. I apologize in advance that I don't have any cutscenes to show because I played this game a year ago, so feel free to enjoy Basim running around or just listen to the review. The story starts with Basim waking up from a nightmare with dark shadow monsters, which apparently is a recurring dream, and he doesn't understand what it's trying to tell him. It's then established that even though he's poor, he's more interested in work that is good for the people rather than money, and to top that off, he even gives away a whole bag of money to some kids for food. Wow, what a boring character. Unless they're looking to break him, I think the selfless hero type is a very boring character archetype, and so far I'm not intrigued. Although I like the street thief with an ambition angle, I would have preferred him to be a bit more bad and only to care for himself. The Brotherhood sees potential in him and through some jobs, and of course a tragic event he then wants to be better and help the people. But it's not like that. Anyway, the story continues with Basim trying to impress the Brotherhood. He goes rogue and steals a glowing artifact, but in the process is discovered and his friend Nehal kills an important guy. This results in the soldiers looking for him, killing the kids he loved, which made him have a fallout with Nehal and join the Brotherhood. What I feel is missing from the story and character arc the most is, what is it that Basim wants and where is the conflict and tension hindering him in getting it? It's already been established that he just wants to help the people and join the Brotherhood, and it's only the beginning of the story and he's already joining the Brotherhood and therefore helping the people, so the character arc is already over. What am I supposed to be curious about now? The artifact? It's still a mystery, but not really that intriguing because it didn't show anything special or anything for us to question. His nightmares? For now, they just seem like basic nightmares, so that's not very interesting either. The biggest part of this whole story is that he trains, becomes an assassin, and then it's just all the political intrigue the Brotherhood wants to resolve. And there is almost nothing about Basim and his storyline, and they try to make this big deal about the dreams, but it really doesn't feel like it. He says the nightmares invade the real world, but I didn't see that. If that was the case, that would have been super cool if we suddenly saw those shadow monsters and had to fight them randomly in the middle of the street or something. But he's just saying that it's affecting him, but we're not seeing it, so it doesn't really feel impactful. Nothing bad is happening to him other than waking up scared sometimes, so it doesn't feel urgent or like a real threat at all. Again, 90% of the story is about the political Brotherhood stuff, which is not interesting, and this is actually the most boring game I've ever played because of that storyline. I was just not invested or intrigued at all, and I did not care about this basic Basim person. I'm sorry, but he's got zero charisma and like zero personality. Couldn't he at least have just been a ripoff of Aladdin? Imagine a witty and charming street thief who thinks having money and power makes it all better, just to realize that helping his fellow poor people and the ones he loves is what matters most. I already like that story a lot better. I do like the twist where Roshan knew the answers to the secret about him all along, and that there is something special about him, because now Basim suddenly has an interesting want and some tension and a dilemma to resolve. But for me, that's a little late in the game. This is like the last 5% of the story, which is such a waste, when they could have dragged that tension out for so much longer. What's a little messed up is that since I don't really like Basim, I'm not on his side, and definitely think that Roshan is way cooler. Basim just feels like a whiny guy who's gotten everything handed to him, but is just ungrateful and wants more and more. And what is the ending? The nightmare and the genie was just a memory from his past life, or another's past life? So if it's just a memory, it's not really dangerous, is it? Like I thought all along. And yes, Nihal being a fragment of his mind this whole time was kind of cool, but also kind of underwhelming. Like, I got the feeling of, so what? Whatever they meant the ending to be, it's too vague to understand without reading explanations online, which of course makes it a bad ending. If I'm just analyzing what I'm seeing, Nihal was just a memory of a past life, so the conflict from the beginning was just him overthinking. And in the process, he defied and killed his master, who taught him everything and gave him the life he wanted, and then it ends with him walking out of that cave, super cocky and confident. Like, what the hell is that? Is that supposed to be satisfying or give me a conclusion? He had the character arc reversed. He started out wanting to help others and in the end was just thinking about himself. Damn, I really don't like this character. The story's not only 90% boring, but the last 10% that was mildly interesting they managed to mess up too. To sum it up, AC Mirage is about political intrigue in 9th century Baghdad, featuring a personality-less hero who turns into a massive egocentric douche. Anyway, this is my opinion on why Assassin's Creed Mirage's story sucks. That's it. Vanoobie out.